Hello and welcome to episode 1 of breaking down my debut EP, Easier. Today we're doing track 3, which is the title track, Easier. We're kind of just going to go through each list of track like drums, bass, vocals, guitars. This one's pretty simple, but there's a lot of layers, I guess. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's start with the drums. They started out with just this sample. The sample's a little messed up here because I messed with it, but the demo started with this sample and I sent it to my drummer, raw, and they were able to recreate it and make it more human. This was kind of like the backbone of the original idea. And then that turned into very human, very much better with live drums, I would say. I added the original sample into the live drums. So it adds like a cool movement to it and like makes it bouncier, I guess you could say. And it kind of cuts out. It's the same kind of groove throughout the entire song until the bridge kind of goes to just kind of keeping the movement, because then everything else kind of builds around the simplicity. That's kind of it for the drums. We'll do bass kind of with the drums, I guess. The bass track is very kind of distorted and buzzy to add warmth to the rest of the track and the low end, obviously. Kind of a messy playing track. During the bridge, I kind of shredded. It's like a lot of takes. Yeah. Some cool movement. Simple, kind of like the heart of the whole song, holds it all together, obviously. It's drums and bass. So the original demo was only acoustic with the sample and then like some really hyper compressed piano, but the acoustic was this. And it sounds super like narrow, very like, it sounds like a 2-track, but there's 8 or 9 layers in there. Me and Sam helped produce this record. We went to this cool spot in Ojai, set up a mic. It was outside. It was in this weird echoey kind of like channel for like water channel, and we were like dropping rocks, but yeah, the intro is very short, and that goes into got a lot of tremolo in here. The acoustic, there's this cool rising thing. Super bright, mostly focusing on the high end here. And then we added trem. There's a lot of layers here. We've got just a lot of textural, but Altogether, they kind of just glue themselves together. And in the verse, we have this kind of like chuggy guitar, which comes in with a little do-do-do-do-do. And that kind of switches to a palm mute and adds a lead, kind of textural. Opens up. Has this cool which is that lead part is acoustic and electric combined. Same kind of textures for the chorus, but we added this piano and guitar melody thing following the lead vocal. Then we go into the bridge, which has my favorite guitars because we kind of were just fucking around and Sam came up with a lot of these parts to kind of like fill out the space. Little seagull, not actually. But it's all centered around that main, like, where we're going with the delay guitar, we were going for like a U2 vibe. The triplet delay, I think it is. I'm not sure. There's fuzz. We've got all these little things. But yeah, my favorite is that little... Beautiful. We'll move into the keys now, because after the bridge there's this cool little die-down chorus. I just put my phone on top of the piano in my room and recorded backwards, so it kind of got mostly room sound. And there's elements of this section in the choruses. Little melody. Over here, taking it back again. Over here in the intro, we have with the acoustic guitar, because it's just acoustic vocals and this little synth line. Kind of just filling out the space. Then we go into the cool little synth dive, which I love. That happens every chorus. Just a fun little texture. I love it. And like with everything. It just adds a cool texture. In the first verse, in the second verse actually, there's this little riser. And I thought it was when we did this was like the moment I was just like, oh my God. It was so cool to hear that because it just kind of sucks you in. And it's just like beautiful. That's kind of it for the keys. Very simple. What should I say? What should I change? Next, we will go on to the vocals. So we kept the demo vocals for the intro because I wanted it to kind of be raw and close to home, I guess. So we kind of have lay myself out on the table. Roomy, I can't hear, a little messy, I can't feel slightly pitchy, which I wanted to keep that element in there, just because it makes it more intimate. Then we go into the chorus. There's these little easier A lot of space, a lot of space. Unfortunately, I'm missing a track. I don't know where it is, but here it's supposed to say, I spent the whole night in a cool lo-fi textural thing. Right here. Spent the whole night contemplating, what should I say? What should I change? Lead vocal. To be honest, it's very messy. We recorded this very early on, and I hadn't really worked up my vocal strength at the time, so like we had to chop it up a lot and comp it a lot. So there's a little messiness, like on the I close my eyes and I change, I close my eyes, it's choppy. It doesn't sound bad. So I draw myself off at the wrong place. How did I get doubled, here? Which is adding that kind of like phasiness to it. Then like with the harmonies, it's just like contemplating, what should I say? What should I change? The what should I say, what should I change was like the major, that's like the line. I thought it'd be easier, and what should I say, what should I change? Because this song is based around the idea of just like wanting to change every single aspect of yourself and not knowing where to start. Physically, mentally, like it's just a big question. And like realizing it's not easy. It's a lot harder than I anticipated. What's wrong with my brain? Really cool harmonies. This part's my favorite. So I draw myself off at the wrong place. Even though it's simple, how did I get here? Hits. How can't I realize I spent the whole... Then we go into the chorus. The lead vocal is, I think, 3, 1 down the center and 2 on the side. And then the harmonies total for the whole song, there was probably like 80, 90 tracks, which was way too much, but that's how it was. That's what we did. I thought it'd be easier to see from afar. Choppy, but pretty. I thought it'd be easier, but it turns out I was falling apart. And for the choruses and the intro, we have this like 6-layer harmony every downbeat. It happens in line with the little synth drop. For the bridge, I'm jealous, 'cause I can't pen this up. Really stereo here. Same with the harmonies. We had Kalani come in and do the higher. I'm jealous, 'cause I can't pen this up. We had this vocoder. Along with the effects, like we have this cool riser coming in to like introduce the vocals to the bridge. Kind of clipping and distorted to add some saturation. But I'm branded now, I've thought this out, I want it now, I want it now. Then we go into the die down vocals. Just one vocal. The mic was up above, kind of pointed down to get a little bit of room. I thought it'd be easier, but it turns out I was falling apart. Had to get sad there. Had to have the little little voice break. Had to. Matches the vibe. Then the second chorus, or the last chorus, it's pretty similar. It's the same thing. I switch up a line. First chorus is like easier to see from afar. Then the die down is easier to feel from afar. Then the last chorus switches between the two. I couldn't make up my mind on which one to sing, so I did both. Then we have these little ad-libs. Turns out I was falling apart. I thought it'd be easier a lot of harmonies here. I thought it'd be easier, easier. Yeah. It's a pretty simple song altogether. Everything's very subtle and warm. A lot of really cool textures, and a lot of time went into this one. I think it had 3 or 4 different versions. Originally it was going to be a long fade out, but that didn't happen. I feel it ended better on the note that it did with just the drums, which originally was a mistake. But sometimes the best things happen as mistakes. But yeah, that's the song. This is Easier, the title track off my EP, which is coming out August 25th. I'm Carego, and thank you for watching.